here. You're already here, trust me.
Then, inshallah, the $10 million is on its way.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Sheikh
Is that
Hassan,
going to be a check? By the way, before we do anything else, Fard, I think it's imperative at this point in the game to mention something that we do have a website, a very important website, which is Huda.tv. Now, what I just found out yesterday, you didn't even know this, that Huda.com is also ours now. Oh, yeah. So he was telling me, no, it's Huda.tv. And I said, no, it's Huda.com. He said, no. And I said, okay. And I showed him on his computer. We have
Sheikh Hassan is still online.
Yes.
I would love to hear from him.
Sheikh Asim, if you can share with us how important you think it is for us to keep going and expanding Huda to all the different languages we were just talking about.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه. I think it's very important not to expand only Huda TV to different languages in the world, but to promote da'wah whenever and wherever we are.
Yes.
And this is the role of a true practicing Muslim. It's not of concern of him only to spread the da'wah in one language, but in all languages, to all the places, and to spread the da'wah and the deen to all mankind, because this was the role of our Prophet ﷺ. And this is what he wanted for the whole humanity, not to the Arabs, not to a certain particular race, but to the whole humanity. But not only humanity, but even the jinn. And I believe that we have to sustain a fixed income to Huda TV so that it would continue, inshallah, for years and years to come. I feel ashamed when I compare our work, our waqf and charity that is devoted to supporting da'wah, to supporting different activities and spreading the deen of Islam, when I compare this to the other religions. And if we look at the Vatican itself, we find that it has billions and billions of budgets per year for spreading their religion. And this means that these people are working hard to support their religion. Now, we believe that our religion is the final and the true religion of Allah the Almighty. Yet, we fail to dedicate businessmen who spend millions and millions of dollars on silly things and supporting things that do not relate to Islam. Yet we can't, is it logical that we can't find one Muslim person, a businessman who devotes his money, who lives for the cause? This is something that is beyond my reasoning and understanding and comprehension. So I believe that we, first of all, for Huda, need a good marketing team that sets a good marketing strategy, a good marketing plan that can be implemented, and with the grace of Allah, it takes few months and it's on its feet, hitting the ground running. Besides all of this, we should not neglect the small donors, those who donate because of the love of Allah. And there are by the millions of watching Huda. We need to have this body in England or in the Caribbeans or in somewhere in these islands, to have this entity or body that can accept donations, that has auditors, that is yearly, the balance sheet is revised by legal entities to know that everything is legit. But with the grace of Allah, believe me, with $1 of each viewer, we could have miracles and wonders.
True. That is true.
Sheikh Asim, Jazakallah khair for tuning in.
I'm glad Sheikh Asim is still there so that he can correct me if I ever go wrong on answering the question of the zakah issue with regards to supporting the media.
Good point.
Because what I started is with the Battle of Tabuk and Abu Bakr as-Siddiq donating his entire money, and Umar ibn Khattab donating 50% of his wealth, and Uthman ibn Affan is doing so much, etc., etc. Those companions did not earn this status with the Prophet ﷺ and before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just because they happened to be there. Rather because of their sacrifices and their strong will to do anything, whatever it takes, in order to support this deen. And in order to be with them and in their ranks and enjoy the company of the Prophet ﷺ in heaven, we have to carry the banner after them. قل هذه سبيلي أدعو إلى الله على بصيرة أنا ومن اتبعني. This is my straight path. I call unto Allah and incite me and those who follow me. So if we ever claim that we are the followers of the Prophet ﷺ, then we have to carry this banner by every possible means. Sheikh Asim, I hope you're still there, or at least you can correct me in case if I ever go wrong, because I have been reluctant to answer this question for so many times until I review the answer with my superior shuyukh, with the fiqh councils, with the fatwa committees everywhere. Is it permissible to pay our zakat to support da'wah in foreign languages, not just in English? And the conclusion was, yes, this is one of the forms of fi sabilillah, for the sake of Allah. Basically, jihad was prescribed in Islam in order to support da'wah. So if this is the case, our senior scholars in the fatwa committees have said it is permissible, especially for those who are living in the West, to support the da'wah cause through the zakah fund. So I'm not quoting my own view, rather I'm just transmitting. I've consulted many shuyukh in Egypt before I was able to give this answer. Sheikh Asim, what do you think of that?
I have to look into it, because yani, the eighth source of zakah mentioned in verse 60 of Surah Tawbah, fi sabilillah, some scholars said that anything at the side of Allah is accounted under this eighth category. Sheikh bin Uthaymeen says this would not be acceptable because the seven previous are also part of fi sabilillah. So if we open the door, it can be opened for building masjids, for printing books.
Definitely not. Definitely not. Building masajid and hospitals and all of that, it is not permissible to utilize the zakah money, not even orphanages. But I guess
justification, I believe that the justification you've stated earlier has some sense of truthfulness to it. At the moment, I'm unable to give you a straight yes or no answer, but inshallah, I believe that if you did your